Let the fun begin. Oh my goodness. So first things first, I have to address the just be happy people. We all know those individuals. You know, the people who are constantly whining about, why are you nitpicking? Stop nitpicking. Just be happy, okay? Just be happy that you have a Spider-Man game. Those people. I have a personal disdain for those people simply because they stand for the exact opposite of what Spider-Man stands for, what the even title says, you know, be greater. To achieve greatness, you have to be nitpicky. Well, that's what separates, you know, the good from the great. That's the reason why, you know, Rockstar is what it is. That's the reason why we have a GTA 5. That's the reason why we have a Red Dead, you know, Redemption. That's the reason why we have many of these games, is that because there was someone who is nitpicking. There was someone who said, hey, that could be better. So for everyone who wants to talk about why are you critiquing Just Be Happy, this video is not for you. Having said that, let's get into the good of Spider-Man PS5, Spider-Man 2. First and foremost, one thing you have to give credit to is that they are the development team of the people. They listen to the fan base. That is one thing I will give them praise, you know, till days on end, okay, is that they listen. One thing that we wanted was faster web swinging. That was one of the critiques of the first gameplay trailer of Spider-Man 1. What did they give us in Spider-Man 2? Faster web swinging. I mean, it looks like he's booking it. And with faster web swinging, it's going to have what? A bigger map. What did we ask for? Hey, we want access to Queens. What did they give us? Boom, access to Queens. We got a bigger map. Another thing, one thing I wanted was web wings. Many people in the community wanted web wings. What did they give us? Web wings, all right? They're giving us everything we're asking for. Another one was the symbiote suit. People are asking for the first game. Hey, why don't we have a symbiote skin? Why isn't there a symbiote skin? Brian Inhart responds with, you know, well, I think there deserves to be a story surrounding, you know, that costume instead of just giving you a skin. What do they give us? Instead of a symbiote skin, they give us symbiote gameplay. I mean, they hit everything that we've requested out of the ballpark. And you have to just acknowledge the greatness that is that communication.
Lizard, I'm on it. Sounds like Craven's checking off his.
We don't have much time. Move.
Yes! Now, having said that, we have to get into the bad. And there is definitely some bad in what they showed us thus far. First and foremost, one thing that stuck out to me were the animations. There were animations that I've seen, you know, in Miles Morales and in Spider-Man 1. Now, I don't know if, you know, they did this on purpose and they didn't want to show the new web swinging animations, you know, given that they showed so much, but that was something that stuck out, and it kind of devalued the gameplay a little bit for some people, including myself, because like, okay, I've seen this before. You guys haven't updated the web swinging animations. In addition to that was the black suit animations. The black suit animations seemed very similar, one-to-one, with his regular red suit animations. His swinging animations were the same, even though he had the black suit. His dodge animations were the same, even though he had the black suit. And that is something that hopefully they address moving forward, because that can't be. We can't have the black suit play the same way that the red suit has. I think the swinging needs to be a little more aggressive. I mean, they've done this, you know, in Web of Shadows. That's another thing they have to take into account. Everything they're showing us, people are automatically going to compare. It just is what it is. Because if it's been done before, you want to compare it to what's been done and see how they improved upon that. This web swinging, it's going to have to be aggressive. There's going to have to be a difference between him web swinging with the black suit and the red suit. If they did it in Web of Shadows, then surely they can do it here. Another thing that was pointed out to me was the UI. Now, I was more focused with the gameplay than the UI, but upon looking at the UI seems divorced, okay? It seems completely fragmented. You have one aspect here, another aspect here, you have the two up. It needs to be unified. They need to fix that UI moving forward, and I think they will, because they listen to audience reactions and advice. But that seems to be a disaster. The last thing I have on my bad list is going to be the set pieces. The set pieces in this gameplay trailer, I can't help but notice that they feel dated. It just is what it is. After coming and seeing all the set pieces that we've had previously, these set pieces feel dated. It feels like, okay, this is some gameplay mechanic that would be cool like back in, 2012 or something like this. Right now, where we are as far as the gaming industry, this is unacceptable, okay? And what I'm referring to is the little set piece of Miles where he's dodging the lizard in the water. I'm sorry, there's nothing there. Now, the reason why I say it feels dated, because it's been done before, and it's been done better. For example, Uncharted. Uncharted is known for set pieces. And even in something as small and mundane as running away and running towards camera, there's something that breaks up the monotony of this, okay? And Uncharted, at least they're having a dynamic camera. The camera angles is changing. The character is falling, even though they may be automatic sequences that you don't have control over him falling, but it's done there to switch it up, right? So it just doesn't seem like, okay, well, he's running towards camera, right? In this, all you're doing is just pretty much dodging the lizard's attack. There's no point in even you swaying. Now, if they're going to add something like going left and right, at least have something that you're dodging. Maybe, there's obstacles coming that you have to go left and right. I would think in a scene like that, because it's just a flat camera, right? The camera doesn't really change. You may have certain parts where, they highlight the lizard attacking, but it's really the same shot throughout this entirety of the movement, and that becomes boring. Maybe if there was something, more dynamic camera angles as they're going, or maybe, hey, just switch up the shot. I think what they should have done was just honestly combine those two set pieces. The set piece of him in the water and then the set piece when he's on the pier, and had it be one long sequence. Like, once again, Uncharted has done. Uncharted is like the king of set pieces. It feels amazing. It not only looks amazing, but it feels amazing because even though it's like a set piece and there's limited mobility, you still have a certain amount of freedom in the character that is not seen in Spider-Man. Once again, once you're on the pier or whatnot, it's just swaying left and right. I know there's obstacles coming at your way, which is why you have to sway. Great, that's awesome, but it's boring, right? I just got out of a set piece where I was just going left and right. Now you're bringing me back into the same thing after you had this cutscene breaking up the two. Why not just combine it and come up with something different? Have Spider-Man, webbing people up or saving people or jumping. Maybe you have a jump mechanic instead of, just going back and forth trying to avoid things. Something that gives some control to the player other than just going left, right. There is no dynamic, angles with it of filming it. Something to break up the scene. Now we get to the ugly. I know this may be controversial, but the ugly for me is the suit. I absolutely despise the symbiote suit. It doesn't feel like a symbiote suit. It feels like a black suit that's a suit. That's honestly what it feels like. It reminds me of Agent Venom with the padding of the shoulders and stuff like that. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, I can get maybe a hint at what they were thinking as far as the suit being fused with the Venom. Because you can see certain aspects where the Venom right on the back of the neck, there's certain panels where you can see the Venom and the tendrils and stuff like that. That's great. But it feels like a suit and not really a Venom, like a full costume, like it's a living, breathing suit. And I think instead of having this padding that they have on the shoulders and the chest, stuff like, make the whole suit the tendrils, right? That's what they can do. And instead of having the padding like the suit, have the tendrils be like that. I try to do something similar like that in Photoshop, but that would give a more organic feel to the symbiote suit. And I think they could maintain as far as it being Insomniac, because they very much want to put their impression on Spider-Man, but this is not it. I despise this suit with a passion. Now, one thing that I'm hoping for is that the suit actually takes over as the story progresses, right? Something that happened in Ultimate Spider-Man with Venom, right? As he progresses and gets control of the Venom, then you see the insignia of the symbiote. That's the only thing I can hope in this, is that as he, wears the suit, it actually starts to take control. I think that would be an interesting aspect, where it's like, hey, you get the underlying suit, right, of his Spider-Man suit, That's why you have the padding here and there. But as it starts to progress, it's no longer there, and it starts to get removed as the full tendrils start to take control over Peter. I think that would be an awesome aspect. Here's hoping that that's what they do. Now, lastly, this is not, good, bad, or ugly, but, this is more of an unknown. And I think there's a lot more to show us. A lot more. I mean, they showed us a lot, but there's a lot more unknown questions, such as wall running. There was no vertical or down wall running, which it seemed out of place, because we'd always been able to wall run up and then wall run down. But as far as you going sideways, you would have to stop and then wall run up. Nextly, I think when it comes to wall running up, I think there wasn't a significant change in speed in you pressing X, and web zipping. Now they don't have to do the slide, or maybe they can do a variation of the slide when it comes to Web of Shadows, right? You would either web zip and then slide up. So that's going to be interesting to see. A day and night cycle, I think that's mandatory, right? Right? I mean, come on, right? I think day and night cycle in this game is mandatory. Another aspect to see is maybe an improvement in the web swinging. Whether or not they still have that magnet web swinging where you can't hit the ground, where it automatically just, there's a buffer between you and the ground, and it comes off very weird in certain cases when web swinging. So maybe they fix that. Hopefully we'll see. Lastly, the web tunnel. That's one thing that I was like, the web tunnel is a great mechanic. Why is it underutilized in the game? Now, in this, we have the web wings, and it seems like there's an aspect of web tunnel, but with the web wings as he goes through, the subway cart, whatnot. So I hope there's more elements like that in the game where you can go through a building, or you can, go through this thing where you can actually use this mechanic aside from, just web wings and gliding all over the place. And one little aspect would obviously be the grinding, right? Grinding on walls, grinding on rails, stuff like that. I mean, Insomniac is known for the grinding when it came to I'm blanking, Sunset Overdrive. But I don't know why they wouldn't implement that in this game, given that they showed it in the first game, in the cutscene, where he webs it down and then grinds on the ground, on the roof, and then jumps off. So that would be crucial, because that was one of the issues I had, was that there were so many things to do in combat, right? Punch someone up in the air, bring them down, web zip them here, use your gadgets and stuff like that. There's so many options, but when it came to something you're gonna do 99.9% of the time, which is web swinging, there's a limited variety. So that is crucial in getting this balance feel in the game, and actually feeling like, part 2. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe Lucas, I love the black suit, okay? I love the black suit. I love the set pieces. Everything is amazing. It's great. Or if you can't believe, I think it's 2023 and we can push our set pieces a little further, okay? I think the point in time we're going left and right, unacceptable. I would definitely, I know they're going to have new swinging animations. We just have to wait and see. I think the story is going to be awesome. Whatever it is, they're always going to do a little curveball, just like they did in Spider-Man 1. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, well, you're more than welcome to call in during Disagreement Days, which is typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Either or, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. But that seems to be a disaster.